Ripple has stated that they are ready to give up to $10 million, 0 cents to the SEC to end the lawsuit and reach a settlement that will let both the Federal Reserve and BlackRock buy over $50 billion, 0 cents worth of XRP. This means that XRP can now be used for payments. The price has changed a lot with an increase, and it will go all the way up to $10,000, 0 cents. XRP will cost between $10, 0 cents and $35, 0 cents when it is used all over the world, according to the managing head of Vehicle Capital. Other experts have also stated that in the next 6 to 10 weeks, 100 XXP could make you a many millionaire. If we want to know how much XRP is really worth, $10,000, 0 cents is a good starting point. One expert suggests that you keep these XRP prices on your price charts for a while. The price is $13.59 when the settlement is announced, and it goes back on all exchanges for $15,729, 0 cents when Ripple goes public and starts working with banks. The price is $5,923,821, 0 cents with global CBDC integration. These numbers come from information. What's crazy is that a magazine story from a few weeks ago talked about a big news that XRP would be raised at over $58, 0 cents. Guys, take a look at that. It's very optimistic and close to, look at this number, $5,923,021, 0 cents. As CBDC grows around the world, every bank and institution in the US and around the world will use XRP. That's what David Schwartz, also known as Joel Ka, the CTO of Ripple and the founder of XRP, said. Before we show you all of these videos, I want to show you one that I think is crazy and good. Have even one excerpt allow us to talk about Uphold. They have the second most XRP and are the best venue. We work with them to give everyone who watches this movie free XRP. Guys, if you sign up through the link in the description and make a trade, it doesn't matter how little it is, it's free. If you spend $1, 0 cents, 0 cents, you get up to $100, 0 cents free that you can use to buy more. As a sweet reward for referring others, you can get XRP for free in less than 5 minutes. It's a very limited time offer, so I strongly suggest that you sign up, complete a transaction, and claim your free money right away. As I said before, it's really free money, and this is a great chance that doesn't come along very often. On BankJex, you can also see the latest prices for ERC20, XRP Ledger, and Solana. Everything is back to normal, and they even have XRP Ledger joke coins and utility coins that you can join if you want to by using bankexchange.com. That was not meant for them to do that. Now, let's watch today's movie. With the networks they're based on, nothing can stop that from happening. When the shipping container was invented, it changed how things were delivered physically. This was the start of globalization. The internet has changed how we get information a lot, but we still don't know what money is, CPIP, or how much a shipping container is worth. There will be changes because of this, that's for sure. I also want to stress that one of the changes I see happening and that I think is important is that fees will get a lot lower. I'm sure a lot of you here have jobs and get paid every 2 weeks or every 2 months. Why do you think that is? You probably pay your bills every month. Why do you think that is? Because payments are hard to use and cost a lot. If it were easy and cheap to pay, those rates might go up. You could make money while you work and give your landlord money in a stream to pay for our place to stay. I have no idea what those sound like. They sound stupid, to be honest. They are. If you had asked me about email in the late 1990s, I probably wouldn't have been able to give you the examples I could. Everyone here has a cell phone, and I'm sure they have email and hundreds of messages that don't look like snail mail or the messaging that was popular back then. I couldn't have seen any of that. Coming in 2000, I would have said that the internet had enough bandwidth, but how could I have thought of Netflix and video on demand? That doesn't make sense. Frequency is too expensive for that, but the internet made broadband free. So if payments weren't so expensive, the world would be a different place. As a result, the SEC will get $50 million, 0 cents. People could buy that with XRP. You also like Ripple and said we should look at that coin right now. Sure, why? Before the SEC looked into them, Ripple was the second most valuable coin. They sued them in a very strange way, saying that everything would run on Ripple in the future. For now, they've made their own stable coin for Bank of America. As Ripple already said, they were running their own business. There are 83 patents on it, and some really cool things are going to be released. Oh, and I told David something else backstage. I was talking to one of the world's biggest money center banks about Xcurrent, our main tool for converting currencies between banks, putting money between fiat currencies. This guy kind of cuts me off by saying yeah over and over again, but it's hard for me to get used to Peruvian pesos. Am I able to use XRP to help me get settled there? I thought, holy crap. Here's one of the world's biggest banks with more cash on hand than almost anyone else. I'm not trying to talk to him about Bitcoin either, digital things. Now that he sees the bigger picture and knows that this will help me solve a problem and prove it, I'd like to talk to him about what fiat to fiat is all about. I don't want to say that the whole currency got better in terms of inflation, regulation risk, or compliance risk, because they are looking for other ways to fix the problem. Again, it will work if you solve a real problem for a real customer. Great. Also, Bank of America is starting to use XRP. In fact, Gillings, the CEO of Ripple, said that more than 100 banks have already joined XRP and started using it for transactions, making it the best cryptocurrency for transactions around the world. While we're talking about XRP, let's talk about the XRP ledger. All payments are made possible by the XRP ledger, which is run by two key tokens. The first is a payment reward system built on the XRP ledger and the Polygon chain, and it's about to start accepting institutional users. The crypto trading fund also runs the CTF token, which is already in beta with Amazon and Volmont using it, and real posts will be available very soon. These 10,000 tokens prices keep going up and down because of this. I think someone said the other day that they saw a CTF going for $7.45, but it's now only $62.38, a drop of about 4%. Ladies and gentlemen, please look at this picture. It shows exactly what I said it would show. I told you things were going up, and that's what we're seeing. Price will definitely go through the roof if you get in on the accumulation basis now before the breakout. That's right, non-financialized, and no signal study all over again. I want to stress again how important it is to do your study now, guys. These analysts think the time is right for CATF tokens to go from being worth the price they are now of $1